America. I'm Tom Hand, the creator of Americana Corner, and welcome to Preserving America. Today we're spotlighting one of our Americana Corner grant recipients, the American Battlefield Trust. And joining us is Garry Adelman, its chief historian. Garry, welcome to Americana Corner.
Thanks so much for having me, Tom. Excited for it.
Yeah, it's great to see you. Tell us about the mission of the American Battlefield Trust.
Well, we build parks and tell stories. We preserve the battlefields from the American Revolution, the Revolutionary War, the War of 1812, and of course the Civil War, and we educate the public about what happened at these places and why it matters. And we bring all that together to hopefully build larger parks and tell stories about America's past.
And so do you own all this real estate then? Is that how that works?
Well, we don't want to. We can purchase a variety of things to save the land, Tom. We can purchase it in fee where we're the owner, or we can purchase easements on it where you're basically buying the development rights on it. So as soon as we get it, we already have a plan for how to transfer that land over to a viable entity, namely the National Park Service or a state park or a local group. We have preserved or helped to 57,000 acres of land. That's more than Manhattan.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
It really is, and gratifying too. But 12,000 of those acres we still own. And trust me, we don't want to. We would like it if there was a national park near every one of these, but sometimes there isn't, forcing us to either hang on to the land for a while, in which case we might put interpretive trails on it, or start to lobby Congress to expand National Park Service boundaries or to create new state or other parks to be able to transfer those lands with a viable easement so nothing bad can happen as soon as we can.
That's such a meaningful mission. So tell us why you then also took on an educational mission. I think you said in 2016, was that right?
Yeah, well, it came on more gradually. In short, Tom, unless you know what happened there, the land isn't relevant. The power of place can't come through unless you know what happened there and why it matters. So starting in about 2008, 2009, the trust started making a real investment, establishing traveling trunks, establishing curricula, making hundreds and then eventually thousands of articles for people to learn, and eventually hundreds and hundreds of videos for people to learn. And that has really taken off. There's a hunger not only in the country, but in America's classrooms to learn about what happened at these places, to understand them a little bit more than they might hear about in the news.
Talk to us about the American Revolution project that Americana Corner helped to fund.
Yes, so Tom, we got into the American Revolution business, started preserving that land about 2015, 2016 as a test, and eventually went full into it by 2017. We still had about 93% of our content was Civil War content, and we were struggling to catch up on the Revolution. When Americana Corner came along and did two things. A, started giving us grants, but also challenged us to match those grants with other funding from the government or from other major donors. That in itself has allowed us to primarily hire fellows, specifically year-round fellows who are helping us to create content and conduct research, as well as other contractors to do some of this work. On top of that, we've sent more than 1,000 kids to battlefields and historic sites concerning the Revolution. The funding has helped us to create multiple virtual field trips at Boston, at Charleston, at New Orleans, at least those Revolution components of it. It has allowed us to create more than 100 Revolution videos, a lot of them animated, some of them not. It has helped us to, we'll launch it in parts later this year, an American Revolution curriculum, which we've never had before, an American Revolution traveling trunk program, 5 trunks crisscrossing the country into America's classrooms that can't possibly, get to an American Revolution battlefield. It's allowed us to make our first American Revolution virtual reality video, and that's going to turn into something even more special. And I'll reserve my discussion on that because it's so exciting.
Garry, this is so exciting. I could talk to you all day about this stuff, but we don't have time for that. Any last things you want to add?
About our project, I left off so much, but let me end with one more thing. In 2022, we had about 45 million digital engagements. More than 10 million of those were American Revolution engagements, something we could have never even hoped for just 5 years ago. And it will be even more because some of the things that Americana Corner has funded is the groundwork, making B-roll video to help us make our videos better, conducting an audit of our content, figuring out what people want and starting to slowly get it to them. So I think sky's the limit, and I really look forward to it and appreciate our relationship.
It's money well invested. I'm so happy I did it. But thank you for that.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you for joining us today, and thank you out there for listening. And until next time, may your love of country lead you.